Hey, and welcome back. This video is going to be about the telemetry, the DX Spektrum telemetry module I'm going to use with my DX7 radio here. And so it's the TM1000 module, okay? And I'm going to just do an introduction, explain what it is and why I put it in all of my aircraft. So the telemetry module can tell you many different things about the what's going on in the airplane while you're flying. But the most important one to me is the battery, because the battery is the life of the airplane. When the battery dies or drops below 3 volts, I think it's 3.3 volts is the minimum for any of the receiver equipment. And so when you're getting close, you might have a weak battery. It could be all kinds of reasons. But you got to have a way to have that reported to you on the radio while you're flying. And the nice thing about the radio is some of the older radios didn't have the voice on them. This has a voice alert, or it can just report to you, like I do, every so often, so many seconds, every minute, whatever you like. So first off, let me show you what the telemetry module looks like. That's it in the package. It's easy to remove. Be careful when you remove the antenna to pull it carefully out. Okay, so it has a nice long antenna. And as you can see here, the it's got 3 ports on the bottom there, and the one on this side is the data port. That data port connects to the receiver that we're going to use, and then the middle port is for temperature and voltage. And the last port is for RPM. So we're only going to use the voltage on this one. What comes with the telemetry module is a nice little bag of goodies here. And that bag of goodies contains some of the important wires you need. You'll find in here it's a Y splitter. So you got a one here that goes in the middle port, and then you can split it into temperature and voltage. I've decided temperature is not real important. You can measure the cylinder head temperature of your engine, but after using it many times, it seems more trouble than it's worth. But it does come with, as soon as I get it apart here, okay, so it comes with this wire, which is a temperature at this end, and that goes in the Y connector, and has these nice little plastic slides on it so you can get it tightly wrapped around your cylinder head and measure the temperature. Part of the problem is like this airplane, the cylinder head is out in the open, and you're going to get ambient air temperature a lot because the air is blowing by it real fast. If the head was inside a cowl, it might be more useful. So I'm not going to use the splitter because I'm only going to measure the voltage, and the next piece of wire that comes with it is a wire like this, where this goes in the TM1000, and this goes in the data bind port of the receiver. So that's the one we're going to use. The other thing it comes with is a voltage sensor, where this goes into the voltage middle port of the TM1000, and then you have to solder on whatever connector you want. Well, okay, if you know how to solder, that's great. And if you don't, you have to buy a module. So let me show you what that module looks like. And let me go get it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and as I said, from the bag of goodies that came with the TM1000, okay, you're going to use the TM1000 obviously, and you're going to use the one little wire to connect the TM1000 to the receiver. But instead of trying to make your own voltage sensor, I buy these. Let me see if that's focused. Okay, and what they are is basically the wire that you saw, but with the two connectors in it for the nickel metal hydride battery we're going to use. So you got both ends of a JR, male and female ends of a JR connector, and the telemetry wire all wired together. This wire is only like 12 inches long. The other one is longer. So if you need a longer wire, you may have to make your own. Or you can buy an extension. They sell these in like 12-inch extensions. And then you can place the battery anywhere you want in relationship to where the receiver and the telemetry module is. Okay, the last piece of information you need to know about the telemetry module. By the way, I have a new camera, and the camera lens is right there, and the monitor that I can see myself in is right up there. So if I look up there every once in a while looking like this, then you know why. Okay, so the last piece of information you need to know about the telemetry module is, so you got the front of the module here. Okay, on this side, you have a little button right there. Okay, and that little button is depressed with this little pointer that came with it. And so when you go to bind this to the telemetry module and to your radio all at the same time, because this wire here is in the bind channel, you can't use the regular bind port. So pressing this little button is how you bind the telemetry module and the receiver at the same time to your DX7, and I'll show you that in a video coming up. So those are the four things that you're going to need: the bind pointer, the TM1000, the single wire that goes between the TM1000 and the receiver, and the voltage sensor. So those are the four things you're going to need. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned to the next video about telemetry.